for my entire life, regardless if it was when I was, oh God, 15 to 18, now to where I am at damn near 24. YouTube is all I've been thinking about. It's the only thing in this world that I still love. As you grow up, things change around you constantly. It, for me, YouTube has been the only constant in my life, and I've developed a lot of relationships through YouTube, of a lot of friendships and everything like that, due thanks to online stuff and online culture and whatnot. And I'm grateful for all of it, but sometimes I wonder if it's just too much for me. I wonder if being addicted to YouTube, I guess, is like the best phrase to do this. I, I have uploaded weekly for goddamn 3 years probably at this point. It's just something that it happens, I just kind of fell into it, and to hold on to consistency for as long as I can. But goddamn, dude, it was years and years and years of staring at basically nothing. Like senior year of college, I did 3 videos a week. Terrible idea. All of those got to 30, maybe. So some of the Advice Shows episodes, I went back and looked. Some of them don't even have 30 views. Like, that's crazy to me, Like, and I should be grateful for the growth that 2025 gave me. It was my best year basically on YouTube, for if that's worth anything these days. It was my best year by far. Yet I'm now uncomfortable with nothing short of the bare minimum. I don't know if that makes sense. I should be happy with everything that I get. I shouldn't be neglectful of my views. I shouldn't be like really focusing on the YouTube algorithm and titles and thumbnails and reworking everything and pushing off ideas that I want to do. But the worst part is that I want this to work. I want this to work so goddamn bad, man. Like this is all I have wanted since I was in the 7th grade. I'm 2 years out of college, Like, it's all I've worked on. It hasn't been on one channel, it's been on multiple, a million different ideas, all trying to get the one thing. And I've learned along the way, and I've learned how to do it. But the second something starts not going well, or my views don't do really well in the first day, and I need a spike at 12 a.m. for things to start moving, I get discouraged about that. I'm at my job and I'm just looking at the YouTube Studio app for minutes at a time, just looking at engagement and watch hours and impressions and going, why are these all so bad compared to the last video? And it's for at some reason, like at some point, you gotta realize that some of that doesn't matter, and that YouTube is for fun. But I've tried doing YouTube for fun, but that's not how I can operate at this point anymore. YouTube for me is hopefully going to be a job, at least somewhat, some level of income. I'm not gonna bank on YouTube being that successful for me, but it's just like I want this to work. So this is all I've ever wanted, and things are going well, but I feel like they should be doing better, right? Like, I feel like I should be averaging more than I do. I feel like I should be gaining more subs than I do. But compared this to a year ago, and I'm blowing it out of the water, I just don't, like my brain doesn't understand to not take things for granted. And I'm doing that. I'm doing that right now. I can say that I'm like acknowledging the problem, so therefore there's no problem. Yet I'm gonna look at this and go, oh yeah, no, this one never reached anybody. This one didn't do anything, and it's the fallacy of YouTube. And I've tried to, you know, I've sold my soul for YouTube, and those didn't do well, you know? So, like, this is all I've ever wanted for, God, so long. And I want it to work so bad. But something in the back of my mind tells me that maybe it's just myself, maybe it's my style, maybe it's, you know, maybe it's a million different things, that it's not going to work, and I'm just going to keep getting 10 out of 10s. I'm going to keep getting 9 out of 10s. I'm going to see all the gray little arrows all the way down because YouTube likes telling you that you suck. And to keep grinding, to keep focusing on the biggest thing, you know, to keep feeding the algorithm, to keep giving them more ad space, even though you don't see any of that revenue. You know, like, time will always march forward regardless of whatever we do to stop it. And that's, like, that's the dumbest thing for me, like, in this world. Like, I just want a chance. I've wanted a chance for a long time, and I have the chance, and now I want more chances, and more, and more, and more, and more, and when is more not enough? You know, when can I be content? Because I feel like I should be content. I know I should be content. I gain, like, I have 10x'd my entire career, you know. I've got YouTube memberships on and everything like that, you know. Like, I need to be more grateful. Yet every time I look at a video that doesn't do well, I like, it feel like physically hurts me to go, oh man, I put a good amount of time into that to see it not do well, even though that I think it's a good video, you know, and people tell me it's a good video and everything like that, yet nothing happens, and there's like no engagement, and nothing's getting pushed out. And when I talk to YouTube support, it's an echo chamber of, we do nothing wrong, the algorithm is this, the algorithm is that, and blah blah blah. And I guess this has actually turned into me just complaining for some reason, but I hope it wasn't. I hope this isn't, you know. I don't want to do that. I guess I care a lot. I've cared a lot about YouTube for a long time, and then maybe that's me trying to, like, deflect some blame. Maybe it's not. I'm, you know what? I'm not too sure. You know what? That's the whole point of Two Talks, is just ramble my brain off. But I guess the biggest thing that I can care about, that regardless of whatever views I get, whatever blah 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 that YouTube tries to tell you, I've fostered a community. And I feel like that community is like the strongest thing, and something that I can hang my hat on, you know? It's a Discord. There's not like a lot of people, you know? We run Halo game nights. We've done 2 of them, you know? But like, getting that and knowing that there's at least a consistent fan base that say, hey, I like your stuff. I'm gonna be a part of this. And it's just like, knowing that I have that behind me, that helps make it worth it. But in my brain, I guess it doesn't really. I'm not sure if this is making any sense. I feel like this is just me rambling at this point, but I don't know. YouTube scares me sometimes, because I really want it to work, but something tells me in the back of my head that it's not. And I guess I have to be ready for that in any way, shape, or form. I don't know what I'm doing in this world. That's my spawn. That's a desert. I don't think there's anything cool here. Nope. Well. Yeah. I'll see you guys in the next commentary. God, I hope it to be soon. I need to do more of these. Alright. Wait. Let me do the... Oh, shit. Bye.